Welcome to KJ Disc. We are at the Norges Cup at the Lille Leland course. You are watching the final round, and you are in for a treat, I promise. With me in the booth, I have Sune, who's in the frame here.
Hello.
And Paul Black.
Hello, hello.
The course manager. And Paul, we're in a special place here. Tell us about this course.
Indeed. Leland is a championship course designed to challenge the best throwers of the disc in the world. You'll see spectacular landscapes, elevation changes, rolling fairways, tight lines, really thoughtful hole design. You're gonna love it.
First on the lead card is Morten Brenna. He played a great round yesterday, and he is being chased by a local guy, Henrik Haaland from Mandal, Espen Paulsen from Lillestrøm in Oslo, and the four-time Norwegian champion Øyvind Jarnes.
Yeah, he looks like a champion for sure. Okay, and from yesterday, we saw Morten Brenna shoot an incredible -8, giving him a narrow lead over Øyvind, and that is why we're going into a tight match. And here we are on hole 1.
Yeah, hole 1, downhill, looks easy, but surprisingly challenging. I was announcing the players and saw every shot off hole 1. I thought it would be quite easy, but it provided some score separation and not that many birdies.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day at Norges Cup, the first stop on the Norwegian National Tour here at Lille Leland. This is our lead card, starting us off after murderizing the back 9 yesterday and today celebrating his birthday. Representing Innova Discs, it's Morten Brenna.
There's a bit of smoke coming out.
Little feature from the course.
Yeah, you'll see this is an island green surrounded by hazard, and the hazard is where he lands.
Next to G, representing latitude 64, it's Øyvind Jarnes.
And now we have our Norwegian champion walking up to the tee with a little dramatic smoke in the background. Very little smoke. That's how we do it at Lille.
Yeah, that was a nod to the Disc Golf Festival in Tallinn, Estonia, where they had a proper smoke machine and grandiose introductions. And here at Lille Leland, we wanted to just a little homage with the smoke machine.
Got it. And was Øyvind in the hazard as well?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So even though Morten looked a little shaky, as long as Øyvind does, if they can keep that one-stroke separation, I'm pretty sure Morten will be happy. Let's see if our dark horse Espen can put it in bounds, put some pressure on.
Yeah, he also trickles into the hazard. And these guys are having some trouble here with hole 1.
Last chance with Henrik Haaland, the local guy. Maybe he has played the course enough times to know where to place this shot.
And it is also difficult with the wind. There is quite a lot of wind today, and going downhill like this, it takes skill to put it exactly where Henrik did. Okay, some local knowledge of hole 1.
Even though he's in the circle, it's not a given that he will make that birdie. I mean, it's 8 meters and it's uphill. But he is definitely poised for the birdie.
Oh, Øyvind almost with the par save. But the disc stops. That's good.
Oh, that is how you save the putt.
Wow. And a statement, too, as Morten walks that down.
Let's see that again.
Smooth. When Morten's putter is hot, he makes a lot of circle 2 putts. Floaty, hard, straight for the chain. You cannot say the same for Espen. But here is Henrik for the elusive birdie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you see the elevation there can play tricks on you. So, I mean, this course is hard, and you see it right here. What's supposed to be an easy hole, we start out with a lot of bogeys.
Yeah.
Oh, and perhaps...
Yep, so Henrik thought maybe he'd take one on the card here, and instead, he's going to take a bogey.
Rough start for our lead card. I promise you guys, there's more great disc golf to come, but they're struggling on hole 1. What about hole 2?
Oh, it's the best par 5 I've ever played. You have to throw 3 solid shots to get the birdie, and you can't get off the fairway here. There's no artificial OB on this hole, but plenty of natural OB. I should know, I took an 11 on this hole back in competition 2023, I believe, so it does have teeth, but if you get up in here in this fairway left side specifically, you can access this green, which curves down here to our right. So you need to stay on the fairway and throw good shots, but each of these players is expecting to get this birdie, I think.
Yeah, you need a lot of distance for hole 2, and that is exactly what Morten Brenna has, so I'm sure he's hoping to prove it.
Through the gap. Just can't fall down this hillside. It stays in the fairway. That's a good spot to be.
Let's see if Øyvind can replicate that.
Oh, he's the hyzer guy.
Ooh.
We've seen this before from him. He'll take the hyzer lines, go for the air.
Yep, that's a good shot if you have the power for that.
That's what KJ always tells us, and he learned it from Ken Climo, actually, that if there is air, why not use it? Like, if you can avoid a gap, like, for example, here, trying to go for everything, then you can end up in that rough on the right, and it's dense over there. Okay, and can Henrik bounce back from that unfortunate bogey that came from birdie to bogey?
That looks good. Yeah, he'll have a clear shot into the next section of the fairway here.
Yeah, you want to land just short of this rock wall, right? That should be fine.
Yeah, and it slopes down on the left side, so where Henrik landed should be good for his next shot.
We have seen players cross the rock wall, have we not previously?
Yeah, by a few meters, yes.
And here you see the next shot landing close actually to the FPO basket that was up there on the left. He's in a good position, but he has a lot more work to do compared to the FPO. He has to sort of shape some flex forehand into the basket that's heavily guarded.
Espen not in as bad a position as we thought.
Yeah, and manages to get out to a good spot there. That could have been worse.
But hard to go for the basket from there, but he's out safe. And you won't be sad with a par on this hole. I know you say they're looking to birdie it, they always are, but on this course you just have to accept that sometimes par or even bogey is just...
That's true. I think even was just over 1,000 rated, so keeping an even par is success here.
Yeah, Stian, the course designer, has specifically designed this gold layout to challenge the best players in the world, which is why you will not see a lot of double digits, if ever. And here you see Henrik is actually in a good position to approach the green from there.
Oh, he's going for it. Audacious. And comes up a little short.
And it's rough in that rough.
Yeah.
Do you think, is there a look to the basket from in there?
There's gaps, but it's risky. This is where you want to be.
And here's that forehand we spoke of. Has to carry, though. And it does.
A little kick, but a nice putt for Øyvind.
Oh, and he's trying to shape the backhand. Very technical.
Ooh, nice touch. And he lands in the circle.
Softly. Well done by Henrik.
Yeah, this is the rough we were talking about. And I'm not sure this is a good idea.
Oh, did he find something?
I think he got most of the way.
He'll need another shot to get out of there.
Oh, getting clever.
That went through. He has a putt.
Yeah, these are crafty scramble shots. And one more. And I think he's on the green.
Yeah, he finds his way through.
But I mean, when you say it's risky to go through, like, if you pitch backward, you'll be in a position where you maybe can't even approach the green. So,
Yeah, these are players making strategic decisions on the fly.
Henrik taking the birdie.
okay, nice bounce back. He got the birdie look on hole 1, and he does so again on hole 2, and this time he sticks it. Birdie for Øyvind as well. I mean,
he just played the hole the way it's supposed to be if you want to get that birdie.
picture perfect. He played it, Øyvind. Not so much for Espen. He's our dark horse coming into this race. He's the lowest rated player, but I mean, on a course like this, everything can happen. But if you want something to happen, you can't start out with 2 bogeys. But let's see, maybe a comeback. Morten Brenna saves the par, and we are on to hole number 3.
Yeah, hole 3, it's a shorter hole, but challenging just the same. You can see the tight line required off the tee. And this nice rock feature behind the pin provides a backstop, so players can run the basket. Maybe we'll see an ace.
But you have that hill in the middle of the fairway. It's just like, if it wasn't tight enough, you also gotta keep it up in the air. You can't go flat straight at it.
Oh, this is a nice view.
Oh, sneaking through the whole thing.
And bounces off the backstop, and he's right there.
Yeah, that was even too close to the rock for me to find the disc from up there. I'm on top of the cliff. Okay, Henrik. Is there a local line? That is the question. Ah. Oh, he's getting lucky.
Yeah, he's sneaking through there.
Oh, and a roll too. Well, I guess there is a local line. I wasn't aware, but he found it.
Morten is throwing like a flex line that just clears everything. It hits the tree and kicks away. If it had hit the rock like Øyvind, it probably would have dropped close to the basket. But Morten will have a putt regardless.
Ooh.
And that is the teeth of this hole.
Yeah, and that's how this can easily turn into a bogey.
Espen is trying to flex something.
Over the hill.
Panning out. Very well done.
Yeah, nice scramble from Espen there.
You're probably not going to see, you have the chance of rollaways. I don't want to speak too soon, but you probably won't see bogeys on this lead card, and that's why they're here. But this hole can easily be bogey.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a gimme. And there's a little, skull there on top of the basket?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think probably from a deer.
Very heavy metal.
With the chains as well.
Yeah, and you'll see these RPM baskets, the Helix from New Zealand. Beautiful baskets, and they catch well.
And you need a basket to catch well if you want to get a birdie on this. This is a tricky hole.
Yeah, hole 4, it's wide open, but features an island green surrounded by hazard. You can go straight at it, or there's a wide hyzer line around the trees. I expect we'll see both lines with this card.
But that's also very much dependent on the wind, and there are gusts out there, especially when you get out in the open. You see the lake there in the background.
And Øyvind, I would expect him to throw the hyzer line.
Mm-hmm. The hyzer master goes straight, and he's right by the pin.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Interesting read. Yeah, so does Morten. The big guns guys decide to opt out of the airspace.
Oh, you see those red stakes? That's the line. I think he's still in bounds, but close.
Okay.
There it is.
Henrik is showing us the wide line. Yeah, that's perfect.
That is
But
perfect.
crashing in on that right side, there is a risk of hitting that tree there. You see Guardian on the right. And that is the danger of that route. Oh, yeah. He misses it too.
4 pretty good drives. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Uphill putt. Yeah. These baskets do catch very well, but you still need to hit the chains.
Espen takes the birdie. First for the round for him. Good for him to get started on the birdie train.
Yeah, that should help his confidence.
And a nice birdie for Henrik as well. They're making it look easy out here. And none of them went short. And you also see that on this card. But they're all on the island. And Morten was, in fact, in bounds.
And we're finally to Øyvind's shot. Just a easy tap in here.
He's tying it up with Morten.
Ooh, we have a battle.
Yeah, you see Morten Brenna started out with a statement with a beautiful putt on hole 1. But now it's tied. And we're at hole 5.
All right, here's a hole that bends to the right at the end. So power sidearm is how you get a birdie. But lining the left side along the creek is OB. So there's plenty of danger here too.
Yeah, and that's what you see at Lille Leland is like creeks and ponds will sneak up and define the OB lines, and it can be dangerous.
The sidearm from Øyvind.
Oh, that's early. Oh, kicks back out in the fairway.
That's a really nice kick. You get into that right side and it gets pinched off. He should have an easy upshot from there.
He might even be able to see the basket. Inside as well, right?
And
A little too high as well.
Yeah, you sort of need a little flex down there unless you have like the full power forehand. Then a little flex can do you good. Also inside. Oh, it turns. Not enough though.
If he misses that last tree, that's very good. But still, he's going to be happy with that.
And Morten has a powerful forehand, so if he can hit the gap, I'm sure he can get there.
Turns it.
Not enough.
I think that was the same tree that Espen hit, and
Yeah.
their discs are almost right next to each other.
Same mistake from all 4 players, but yeah, you can see Øyvind kick back out in the fairway, and that gives him an open, easy look. Ooh, okay.
He's going for it.
Yeah, why not? Morten alluding for the backhand, that's a little dangerous.
This is a tough shot.
Need to give a lot of Annie.
Oh, he executes it, but it
Oh.
close to the OB.
He is OB.
That's unfortunate. You see all the other guys pitching up forehands. I wonder why Morten didn't do the same. Perhaps a tree in his way or something like that. Ooh. Espen had sort of snuck through some stuff. He even had a look.
Okay, here we're discussing whether it's OB or not. This is why we placed string along those OB lines so that it would be easy to determine whether the disc was in or out.
You don't need a string to tell you that that was not in bounds. Or, sorry, not made putt.
Another good putt from Morten.
Bogey save. And those are important out here. Yeah, you see, Morten, he knows the course. He knows that you still need to smile even though you take a bogey because they are just out there. You just have to live with them. And a good mentality for Morten there.
Unfortunate for Henrik that he got his second hit at the basket.
Yeah.
Well, here is one of the most unique and challenging par 4s on the course. It consistently plays over par in competition and is rarely birdied. The landing zone is specific, and then the fairway ascends some 15 meters elevation to the basket, positioned on a rather steep slope.
And you have the creeks again. You have them left, you have them at the bottom of the hill. It even creeps up right there at the green. Is that almost in circle 1 still, OB?
Yeah, almost. It veers off to the left there, so anything on the right side and long is safe.
So to a certain extent, the first shot is a repeat of the previous hole because you need the power forehand to get around that corner. And it looks like, oh, I spoke too soon. But he's sort of in the open. He has a look to go upwards from there.
Yeah, these are good shots. This is what you want. And depending on the landing, that would determine whether or not you go for the pin on the second shot.
Ooh, yeah. But it's interesting to see the two first forehands and perhaps even Morten's here, if he can pierce the gap. None of them could on the previous hole, but here they are.
That's gonna work out nicely.
That's even better. Is that creek down there OB or is it?
Nope, that's casual.
That's casual. For once, that's nice.
A lot of the creeks here are casual.
Except the ones marking the OB. Like when you get further up here, oh, he makes it all the way to the second plateau. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be. It's an easy par, and you can also run that third shot because of the slope behind the basket.
That's an unlucky kick. He might be in jail out there, but I'm sure he can figure something out.
Ooh, goes all the way to the green. And a little roll. Oh, there's
Don't
OB.
do it.
There's
Don't
OB.
do it.
There's OB.
He's safe.
Nice. And when you look at that basket from down there, you have this beautiful cliff face or whatever you would call it behind the basket, and that is thanks to you.
Yeah, well, last year it was obscured by branches and trees, and I actually climbed up on the ledge with a hand trimmer and sawed down branches so that you could actually enjoy the pleasing visual of that rock face behind the basket. It's just so beautiful out here in southern Norway that, you know, now that we've got the course designed and playing well, that we can take some attention and energy toward beautifying the course. And that was one of my projects last year.
Makes the tricky approach even more epic with this backdrop. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those uphill putts are tough.
And you'll get a lot of those. Like if they're not up, then they're down or sideways or around. Like in Norway and this property, you don't get a lot of flat greens. But we'll see more of it later when we come back out in the open. But this is very typical. Yep. And those short putts all of a sudden become very tricky.
Yeah, hitting high on the chains from the downhill putt, and the basket doesn't want to catch that one.
Beautiful design on these baskets. Yeah, or even just inspecting the baskets, saying, why didn't it go in? Maybe it will on hole 7.
Yeah, another beautiful, fun downhill shot to throw. It's not about distance with this one. It's all about accuracy.
And again, you see the beautiful lake here in the background. Silver shimmer.
Morten looks like he hits the line.
Trying to heiser flip something.
It's-
Ooh, and gets kicked down right at the right time.
Yeah, he'll have a putt from there. A difficult putt.
Ooh. Get lucky or no?
Yeah, usually if you don't hit the center gap, you're going to get hit down eventually.
He's trying. Eventually will be kicked down. Right you were. Good foretelling. Okay. How about Henrik? Down the middle? Doesn't look like it. Oh, he goes through.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah. And he even got it on made room for like a baby heiser in there, even though it's so narrow. Ooh.
Yeah, these scramble shots on hole 7 can be very challenging. It's easy to take a bogey if you hit early. So we'll see how they do here. A couple of pretty good scrambles so far.
But when you have these sloped greens, you see the risk of the roll away that Øyvind suffered. He rolled down the hill to this point, but if we can adjust from the uphill missed putt on the previous hole, almost the same putt.
Oh, that was a big putt. With Morten with a birdie opportunity here, Øyvind really had to make that one.
It's so nice to be able to film it from right behind him and see the basket and the throw. He has a quite small gap to hit here. And he does.
Easy.
Another laser beam from Morten. He's putting well. Little fist pump there. He's feeling it.
And there's a real reason why he's celebrating, because he has now regained the lead. A tiny lead, narrow, but important.
Yeah, they've been back and forth for these first 7 holes, and here we are on 8. Another epic downhill shot at Leland with this scenic lake framing the hole. You have to be careful here because there's plenty of time for the disc to fade, and there is OB long, so you can't overcook it either. But there's plenty of airspace, and these guys are hoping to get this one.
And everything short of this fence is hazard?
That's correct.
Yeah. Then we have Stian, the course designer, helping some people out, finding some lost discs.
Yeah, Stian doesn't wait till later. He does things now. And there he is, fishing out discs from the lake.
Here we have our spotters.
Yeah, these are volunteers from the local community.
That was a disc.
And the spotter spotted Morten's drive, but the cameras did not, because Morten saw the right wind, executed fast. And he's super close to the basket. Øyvind is safe as well.
Oh, that's a nice turn from Espen.
Just has to
Come out of it, come out of it. Oh,
Is that a we?
He's flirting with the hazard there.
We'll see when we get down there.
Yeah.
That's high. Too high. Mm-hmm. Or not. Yeah, and there you see Norway, Morten Brenna. He parked this hole.
and Espen in the creek.
Yeah, which is casual. He's past the hazard.
Now they need a ruling on where Henrik's disc landed. So here Stian comes.
That's a committed course designer. If anyone has questions, like, there he is to answer. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the OB does extend to that right side.
You see the stick behind Henrik there? That is the OB.
And he's safe.
He's safe.
And a little upshot to the green.
Well, it's an elevated basket, so he still has some work to do.
Espen giving it a run.
Isn't that just like typical Stian that finally you get a nice, clean, even green, and then he's like, well, let's just elevate the basket.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, this basket was even higher. He's revised it a little bit lower just to be fair. And I think it's a nice challenge for this green.
And now we get to Morten's putt. Oh, yeah.
Okay, another birdie. 2 in a row.
So now he has a 2-stroke lead. Heading into hole 9. Coming in over the lake.
Yeah, beautiful. A long straight shot is what you need here that fades left at the end. The green is surrounded by OB, so your shot needs to be precise. You're flying in toward the halfway cafe here, which is a spot you can stop after the first 9 holes and reflect on the previous holes while you eat a snack and have a drink.
That's a very cool addition. And the players, I know for a fact, appreciated it a lot, especially if you need a breather, if you hit one of these creeks. Again, you see the green being defined by these creeks. Morten sneaks by.
Oh, no.
That was close, but it's OB.
Yeah. Let's see if Øyvind can do better. Oh, he takes the hyzer line.
Hyzer guy. Safe on the island.
Close to the OB, but he's safe.
But probably not a putt he can run from there, as the creek runs right behind the basket. This is more promising.
Oh, well done. He's in the circle.
Henrik going low.
Too low?
Will he make it? Will he make it?
Nice.
Good bounce.
And see, here you have the Staljender. Is that what he calls them, Stian?
Yes, the barn girls.
Yes, the championship course is also a horse farm. Stian's wife Lena runs horse camps, and so one of the volunteers from that community.
And it's actually a pretty good combination because horse manure is great for like growing grass in this rocky part of the world.
That's right.
That was a little safe bid.
Very safe bid.
And a par for Henrik.
Birdie opportunity. And executed.
Good putt. That's a difficult birdie to get. He takes a stroke on, at least one stroke on his card mates. And Øyvind is going to inch a little closer to Morten and only one stroke behind after this. After Morten takes a bogey.
I gotta say that they're doing quite well. Yep, the halfway cafe that you spoke of. There's also cake that a local kid baked for the whole field. He baked every day for hours and hours to bring you these scores. We still have 1 stroke difference between Morten and Øyvind.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this battle is going to go right down to the end.
And the back 9 is coming up, and we promise you the holes are going to get crazier, more beautiful, and the scores are going to go up, down, and we got a crazy finish coming. See you in a second.